Tell me a story, Grampy.
A story, What about the tale of the Trojan horse?
You already told me that one.
All right. What about the time I found a boy named Fred biking during a rainstorm?
And when you brought him home, his sister told you to stay for dinner, and that's how you met Grammy. I know that already.
Oh, okay, fine. I think I have a story you've never heard. Have I told you of Engelbert Humperdinck, the singing pirate?
Oh, who's a sailor of the sea?
Engelbert, Engelbert, Engelbert Humperdinck.
Who takes your treasure when he please?
Engelbert, Engelbert, Engelbert.
But he ain't known for his sword.
Engelbert Humperdinck.
It's for his voice that he's adored.
Engelbert.
So when a letter he received,
Engelbert, Engelbert,
to sing at Garden of TD,
Engelbert.
how could any man refuse when pocket change he could use?
Engelbert, Engelbert, Engelbert Humperdinck.
The most feared of all sailors, he'd trump the siren's call. When coppers came a-knocking, he'd capsize 'em all. From such a solid leader, you'd learn a thing or two. But one thing he could never do was wear a left shoe. Oh, Engelbert,
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 Engelbert.
whatever did you do? Whatever crossed your mind back in 2002? Engelbert,
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 Engelbert.
goodbye, me fairest matey, we surely will miss you. He rocked his ship up to the dock in harbour of Boston. He walked with such a swagger, he didn't need his gun. As he waltzed off the gangplank, an epic song he spun. He rolled on down to Legends Way, the open doors he swung. Oh, Engelbert,
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 Engelbert.
whatever did you do? Whatever crossed your mind back in 2002? Engelbert,
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 Engelbert.
goodbye, me fairest matey, we surely will miss you. He took his steps onto the ice in front of cheering crowd. As he gave out his eye-patch wink, not one could have frowned. None would have expected that nonsense was abound. As Engelbert, he took his breath for patriotic sound. A hip check came, knocked him down, sputtering as he fell. That's when he looked up, rage in his eyes. He saw his prey, he saw his prize. He wrenched off his own peg leg, projectile in disguise. And as defenceman down he fell, his satisfaction fade when realised how he did the mistake he had made. Oh, Engelbert,
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 Engelbert.
whatever did you do? Whatever crossed your mind back in 2002? Engelbert,
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 Engelbert.
goodbye, me fairest matey, we surely will miss you. No coppers he had never feared, 'cause they were never fast. But now he could only hobble, this time he'd placed dead last. And as he scampered towards the dock, the chase it had begun. He knew if he couldn't set sail, his tale it would be done. But when he saw a German man and said, "Oh, help me, please," the German simply couldn't refuse the pirate's desperate needs. Oh, Engelbert,
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 Engelbert.
whatever did you do? Whatever crossed your mind back in 2002? Engelbert,
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 Engelbert.
goodbye, me fairest matey, we surely will miss you. Now all of Boston's law that orange car outran, and fix his leg did Engelbert with tape and soda can. So when they hit the harbour, a mad dash he would run. He dove into the water beneath the setting sun. The most feared of all sailors, he'd trump the siren's call. When coppers came a-knocking, he'd capsize 'em all. From such a solid leader, you'd learn a thing or two. But one thing he could never do was wear a left shoe. Oh, Engelbert,
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 Engelbert.
whatever did you do? Whatever crossed your mind back in 2002? Engelbert,
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 Engelbert.
whatever did you do? Whatever crossed your mind back in 2002? Engelbert,
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 Engelbert.
goodbye, me fairest matey, We surely will miss you.
Oh, indeed.
Did the German ever see Engelbert again?
Oh, yes, he did. But that's a story for another day. Go find your grandmother. I want to take my nap.